Hi, this is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Thursday, the 21st of August. Starting off with the S&P, which even though it had that horrifically looking negative RSI divergence there, has actually managed to stay within that rising trend channel that we got there from back in April. I suppose the nominal floor of the channel around 63.80 and above that we're still looking for as high as 67.20 by the end of next month. If we do break down, then obviously the 50-day line there, 62.54, an obvious port of call, but with the way that we bounce well intraday to sort of cork and water type of rebound, and the way that the RSI is still above neutral 50 at 56, does suggest there's a little bit more strength here than one might have imagined, but still factoring in the 50-day line as a potential test for support zone. Moving along to the Nasdaq, and here I suppose the headline has been with the pullback in AI stocks that this market was looking vulnerable, but we were always looking for the initial August support there around 22,600, and obviously the floor of that rising trend channel forward slash the 50-day line 22,800 as support. And actually, so far we've bounced above it. Negative is the way that we've just pushed back below RSI 50, but at least in the case of the Nasdaq, you could say that the bull trap through the July resistance as well as the negative RSI divergence line have actually delivered or predicted the downside for this market. But at least while we're above 22,600 or so, which is basically post July support, feeling that this market will hopefully get away with a, a test for support not much lower than what we have seen so far. Moving on to the stocks, and decent selection today, quite a few repeats, which is normally good news. But starting off with Alpha Technology, here we've got a top of the channel there, around the $30 mark, and we're looking for that to basically, well, the $40 mark. We're looking for that to be hit over the course of the next week or two. Ideally, we stay on the right side of resistance on the way down around $28 in the meantime. So about 20, looking for 40 plus on Alpha Technology. The next situation is Clene, and here we have broken through the resistance area around $5. That's post-February resistance, above 5, looking at the top of that broadening triangle. Size $7.60 by the end of next month. Another decent repeat has been or is Cognition Therapeutics, and here finding support above the old target there around $1.50, above that looking for up to $2.40, but maybe even as soon as the end of this month, especially if we stay on the right side of $1.80 over the next few sessions. Moving on to a situation called CNS Pharmaceuticals, and here the situation, we've got this broadening triangle there. We're trying to break out of or rather the falling wedge there. We're trying to break out of that falling wedge around $7.70, above that looking for up to $15 by the end of next month. Missing ingredients at the moment are breaking that line of resistance from May and also getting back above RSI 50. So bit of work to do there on this situation, but expecting a turnaround while we're above recent broken resistance, $6.20. New name coming up now, which is Guess. And here you can see that we're trying to get through the difficult resistance there around $13.80. May never get there, but above that, looking for as high as $22. Top of that rising trend channel, obviously, you could say that initially maybe that is a more realistic level for the resistance line. So that would take the shares up to 18 if they can break through that $14 zone. Ideally, we stay above at least the 50-day line, $12.85. In the meantime, the other positive at the moment is the way that we've had quite a few RSI 50 rebounds there, so that gives us a hint that this is a situation where the momentum, underlying momentum there is actually quite positive. Next on the list is Juniper, and here see a rising trend, Jupiter rather. You can see a rising trend channel base. We've had a decent end of day close through and above recent resistance around $1.50 and above a rising 50-day moving average. So that in combination should allow the shares to maybe hit as high as $3 by the end of next month. We can get further end of day closes above $1.50 and also above RSI 50, which was broken yesterday. Moving along to Kavel, and here we got this turnaround situation. Still trying to properly get through recent resistance around the $1 level, and we've obviously done that yesterday. But at the top of the range and the top of the mildly descending price channel, $1.40, which we're looking for by the end of next month or even sooner, and especially while we remain above recent broken resistance around the 86 cents level. One of the stars of the year so far has been Newegg, and here just going basically from strength to strength. We're on our second target there at $110. Above that, looking for $160 by the end of next month. Ideally, we stay on the right side now of $100, or at least intraday dips in that area. See multiple RSI 50 rebounds going into the current rally. Pop culture is next, and here we've bounced off the 200-day line there. Recent resistance broken there at 90 cents and above that, looking for the top of the range and the top of that rising trend channel base as high as $1.90. By the end of next month, you can argue that we've had bounces off RSI 50 or thereabouts since the beginning of last month, so plenty of positive momentum there, hopefully. Rave restaurant is next, and here looks like we're breaking out of recent congestion around the $3.20 area. Above that, looking for $4 by the end of next month, or hopefully much sooner than that. Ideally, the 200-day line starts to catch up with the 50-day line and start rising as well. We've looked at the last stock in the collection a few times here, which is Zhengye, and here you can see a bull flag breakout through $8.40 and above that, looking at the top of the range, at the top of that mildly ascending channel, $15 by the end of next month. 50 and 200-day lines both rising in parallel now, and we've had a couple of RSI 50 rebounds as well, and so that gives the whole situation at Zhengye a positive spin. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.